नमस्ते, हमेशा खुश रहो बच्चियों। दिस इज JDN डॉक्टर राकेश शर्मा, प्रोफेसर, डिपार्टमेंट ऑर्गन ऑफ मेडिसिन एंड होम्योपैथिक फिलोसॉफी, फैकल्टी ऑफ होम्योपैथिक साइंस, विद्यापीठ, वुमेन्स यूनिवर्सिटी। I welcome all of you in today practical session of case taking in organ of medicine. Here I want to say about case taking, which is very important for us, because without taking a case properly we are not able to find out the simile. So case taking in homeopathy is very important, and along with we have to take case properly. If we did not take case properly, then our work, our efforts will be zero. Because without taking case properly, here very difficult for us to understand person as a human being, his nature, his disease condition, and very important for us to understand person during sickness, because in homeopathy we are dealing with the person. We are dealing with the person, not the disease part. We treat the man in disease. Our object is we treat the man in disease, not the disease. So today our topic is case taking, or we can say case receiving also, or we can say perceiving the person in disease. So case taking is a unique art of getting into conversation, observation and collecting information from patient as well as from bystanders to define the patient as a person and the disease. So this first line is very interesting. That is, case taking is a unique art. Homeopathy is also a science and art. Art about the applicability, how physician efficiently apply the principles of homeopathy in practice, in prescribing the medicine. So case taking is unique because in homeopathy there is a particular way of taking the case. In other sciences also we cannot see this type of lengthy process. Only in homeopathy we consider person as a whole, holistic approach of getting into conversation, observation and collecting information from patient as well as from bystanders to define the patient as a person and the disease. So what is saying in this paragraph? That is collecting the information. Observation means we have to observe the patient, and collecting information about the patient, not the disease. We have to collect the information about disease, but important thing for us is to collect information about the person. That is more important. Are you getting my point? Collecting information from patient as well as from bystanders. So we can get information from patient, from attendant, or his friends, or his family members. So in first point, there is a guideline about getting the information, the sources of information, कि कहाँ से हमें information मिल सकती है. So what type of information? What type of information? About his disease, about his nature, how a person behaves at home, at workplace, right? The things that describe person by nature. The history obtained thus makes the basis for a physician to go further into the physical examination and laboratory studies in order to define the problem accurately. Now the second paragraph is the history obtained thus make the basis for a physician to go further into physical examination. Those information physician get by family members from friends and or attendants and make a diagnosis of the disease. So on the diagnosis of the disease, physician can refer patient for some physical and laboratory investigation in order to define the problem accurately. If we take case properly, then we can judge patient as a person, we can understand the disease properly, we can make a provisional diagnosis of the disease, or if necessary, physician finds it is necessary for some laboratory investigations, then he can easily refer patient for the investigation. Are you with me? Are you understanding this? Now the third paragraph is each case is unique in all respects. Why each case is unique? Why? Yes, very good. Because every person reacts differently during sickness, although he has the same disease, but the reaction, his individuality will differentiate from other persons, other patients. Each case is unique in all respects. Only through individualized approach can explore the true picture and help a physician to arrive at a totality in its true sense. So what is very interesting laid down here, that is the individual approach of homeopathic case study. Can explore the true picture. Yeah? By the individuality, we can understand or collect the true nature of the problem, true nature of the person, and helps a physician to arrive at a totality in its true sense. So, after taking the case, we have to make the totality of the symptoms. But totality of the symptoms basically totally depend on the how you take the case. How you take the case, how to take properly case. That's very important. If we did not take properly case, then how we make the totality of the symptoms? Is it possible or not? No. If we have not right information about the patient, about the disease, then how we make the totality of the symptoms? It's very difficult. And this leads into the wrong selection of the medicine. And the result will be zero. नेक्स्ट है फॉलो अप्स में पेशेंट सेज अबाउट व्हाट्सअप, नो इम्प्रूवमेंट, नो एनी अमेलियोरेशन, माय प्रॉब्लम इज सेम. क्या किया आपने? व्हाट हैव यू डिड? यू टेकिंग माय 2 hours, बट रिजल्ट विल बी सेम. Every individual is different in health as well as in disease, and hence every case has to be examined individually, giving importance to its unique expressions during health and the disease. Now, every individual different in healthy condition and as well as in diseased condition. Clear? You tell me in disease condition how patient reacts differently. Can you explain me? Yes.
One is reacting very much and one is like he can tolerate it. They are both different.
Okay. Okay, sit down. Actually, the reaction power of every individual basically depend on our emotions, our emotionality, our will, understanding, memory, intelligence. Everything will be changed in every person during sickness. Every patient has some particular type of will during sickness. Some patient says, I want to rest. Some patient says, I want to listen music. I want to listen music during headache. Some says, I want to take bath. I want to take spicy food during sickness. All these things define the will, define the vital force of that particular patient during sickness. Are you getting this point? So every individual different in health as well as in disease, and hence in every case has to be examined individually, giving importance to its unique expressions during health and the disease. In your class, you are 60 students, 55 students, anything else, but every student has a different nature. And this unique nature, unique qualities of that student will define that student. All students on the basis of nature, on the basis of desire and will, every student has some different nature, different will, different desires. Okay, so in healthy conditions we have some individuality, and also in disease condition we have some individuality. So we have to probe, we have to grip that individuality during sickness. And in sickness we have sometimes we ask the patient, that is some change in your nature from healthy state to disease state. Why? Because here we try to calculate the nature of the patient during sickness. Because in homeopathy we consider the changes during sickness that are very important. जो changes आपके mental level के physical level पे हुए हैं वो हमारे लिए बहुत important. We consider those changes during sickness, right? I want to explain at physical level also. We take the example of if a patient come in our clinic and complain of some gastric problem, some acidity or anything else, and he says, doctor, nowadays my desire for sweets are very much increased, or I want to take more salt nowadays. Since I am suffering from acidity, but before that I don't like to eat sweets, I don't like to eat salt. So what is the importance of these things? The changed state means changed desire of food, that is sweet and salt things, are very, very important or very, very informative for us. We have to consider these aspects in totality of the system, because it defines the individuality of the person. Clear? If another patient comes from same problem and he says, I want this and that, I want some sour thing, right? I want to eat, that is the craving, I have to eat sour thing. It's my very intense desire to take sour thing in acidity. Problem is the same. Now, this person desire for sour thing and previous one desire for sweet, salty things. That is the uniqueness. That is the individuality. We have to look such qualities, such peculiarities, such individualistic characteristics in every person, in every sick person. Okay? I think this point is clear. Yeah. Now the next slide is purpose of case taking. What is the need of so lengthy case taking? But there is no shortcut. Now these are some points which signify the importance of the case taking. What is the purpose of case taking? So the first one is to get the knowledge of the disease. First thing is to try to understand the problem of the person, problem of the patient. Either you are suffering from acidity, migraine, or tonsillitis or fever. क्या करते हैं? We understand the problem of the person. To perceive the true dynamic state of the patient, that is the whether he is seriously ill or not. To perceive the true dynamic state of the patient. So what is the dynamic state? Means the deranged vital force. When a person falls ill, vital force is deranged due to some dynamic morphic influences and we develop some disease condition. Understand the dynamic derangement of the vital force. To understand the dynamic pathology of the vital force. To find out the totality of symptoms for the selection of homeopathic remedy, That is very clear since beginning. To find out the totality of symptoms for the selection of perfect suitable homeopathic remedy. Next is to find out the nature of the disease, whether it is acute or chronic, curable or incurable. So what is the difference between acute and chronic? What is acute diseases? Yes. Define acute disease. Sudden onset or short duration or either recovery or in death. And in chronic, insidious onset, long time suffering, and incurable till perfect homeopathic remedy is not administered, then it will be incurable. So, after getting case, we have the knowledge about patient is suffering from acute disease or chronic disease, and case is curable or incurable. Incurable in the sense those diseases where gross pathological changes occurs, then here these type of diseases are very difficult to cure. Or another thing is artificial chronic diseases. These are most difficult to cure, which were made in organ of medicine. These are most difficult to cure. Clear? Next part is to find out the causation of the disease. Means in our case taking, we have to look any causes which produces the disease. Any exciting causes, any maintaining causes. We find out the cause, and in chronic cases especially the fundamental causes. Next point is to find out the mode of development of the symptoms. Here in this point we have to just consider the disease in a sequence. Right? At first I was suffering from this, after that I was suffering from this. There is a chronological order of the diseases. To find out the mode of recovery, to analyze and evaluate the symptoms. In case taking, after taking the case, we analyze and evaluate the symptom, analyze the case, and after that we make totality of the symptom. To collect important symptom for repetition. So in totality of symptom, we consider only those symptoms which one characteristic, peculiar, rare symptoms, so that our prescription should be correct. Next one is to cure the curable, to palliate the incurable patient by selecting the medicine according to law of similar. According to the situation, according to the case, we have to manage through proper medicine our case. If case is incurable, then we have searching for some palliative type of method. But when disease is curable, so we curative remedy. To keep systematic records of the case for guidance, treatment, future reference and defense. 10 number is to keep systematic records of the case for guidance, treatment, future reference and the defense. If we suppose we failed in any particular case, but if we have a record of that failure case, then we can know or learn various our mistakes from the failed cases. कि मुझसे गलती कहाँ हुई, मुझे कहाँ सुधार करने की जरूरत है. Clear? Next word is the to give the prognosis. What is the meaning of prognosis? In prognosis, we just evaluate the patient condition. What is the curability of rate of cure? Please consider the curative aspect of the disease. The cure chances of curing is 50%, 80%. Disease prognosis is very good. Means curability is very good. And the next is the four nosological diagnosis. So these are our purpose for case taking and various type of information we can get through proper case taking. Clear? I think we should conclude here. In next lecture we go further. Okay, thank you.